The preparation for anything is extremely important as the task. Good morning, you're welcome to Daily Dose. I bring you a word from the Lord. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 10. It says, a dull axe requires strength. Be wise and sharpen the blade. Be wise and sharpen the blade. The preparation for anything is extremely important as the task. If you do not prepare very well for a thing, the likelihood of disappointment and failure, you have increased that chance. So one of the first things you do, it says the dull axe requires great strength. Anybody who is trying to cut a tree with a dull axe, everybody who is trying to fulfill a task with less knowledge, you will be frustrated in the process. Now, this is one of the major challenge of most people. They haven't acquired or they haven't done the real work of acquisition of knowledge, but they want to, force their way into the fulfillment of a thing. You will actually get burnt out in the process of doing that. So what do? Acquire knowledge and ensure that you are acquiring knowledge until you have the requisite amount of knowledge to deliver on anything. And so delivering is most important. But if you do not acquire the right amount of knowledge, and then so somebody comes and says, I need to cut a meat, or I need to cut meat, at some point. If you do not, if the knife is blunt, the tendency for you to even get injured in the process is extremely high. So what are the essential things to do? Bring it down. I have a task to fulfill. And that's why it says in Proverbs, it says, in all you're getting, get understanding. Understand this, that these are prerequisites for you to advance in life. You must sit down, count the cost. What is the cost of me getting to this particular point, from point A to point B? The direction. What is the direction? This is it. In fact, even if you're planning a trip, for instance, you're moving from a particular point to another particular point, the GPS will give you direction. It will tell you it will take 20 minutes to get to this place. If you go this route, it will take you 40 minutes. Of course, it only makes sense for you to go the easiest and the fastest route. And how do you get to those places? You must ensure that you have knowledge. Knowledge is essential for the fulfillment of any task as far as those things are concerned. Sometimes you might start a journey and not have the full knowledge, but at every phase before you move forward, ensure you do this. And I'm going to use this analogy of a car. If in the dark, the cars, for instance, is about a certain distance, that's the headlamp. If you have the headlamp, it will show you a certain distance. As you begin to move closer to that particular thing, it projects into the next phase. And this is how you make significant progress in short terms or in short measure. But as far as this thing is concerned, understand that if you do not have the overall picture of where we're going to, then you might get there and still not know that you've gotten there. So sharpen the axe, sharpen your knowledge. Ensure that you bring people on board who have the skill set to get you to the point where you want to get to. And this is also part of the process of sharpening the axe. I hope that has helped you this morning. Until tomorrow, when I bring you another word from the Lord on another episode of the Daily Dose, keep liking, keep sharing, and also subscribe. God bless you.